Don't be afraid to do what God put you here to do. Never allow your pride to block the blessings of God. You weren't put here to be a slave or a puppet or subservient or being told what to do your entire life. Take control of your life. Take back the power you surrendered from a long time ago. That's the life force that is going to be able to animate all your dreams and aspirations through to fruition. You've got to take control of yourself. Stop doing for others and not for yourself. Analyze the situation for a minute. How easy is it for you to love others, to forgive others, to help others, to go out of your way for others? But are you doing the same for yourself? 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you you're not, and you're not even thinking about it. It's just an unconscious behavior that's been programmed in you to be that way. That's why they tell you it is better to give than receive. Now analyze that statement for a minute. Why is it better to give than to receive? Well, because if all you're doing is giving, you're going to make yourself poor. That's why the Vatican has hundreds of quintillions of dollars. That's 18 zeros. That's a tax-exempt corporation. That's why they have so much money. Because they've been programming you and brainwashing you into believing that, oh, just give everything. Just give and give and give until you have nothing left and give some more. The meek shall inherit the earth. Money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of anything. If money were the root of all evil, then why, my friends, do they ask for it in church in large amounts? That's why that wicker basket goes up and down the rows, does it not? You got to analyze this stuff. It's all a bunch of nonsense. Don't be afraid to do what God put you here to do, because you weren't put here to do what you want to do. You were put here what God wants you to do, and that's to live your dreams, your aspirations, reach as many people as you possibly can, do for others, but don't leave yourself out. Always give freely your overflow, but never give from your cup of wealth, because then a barren cup feeds no one. I learned this a long time ago. I used to give and give and give and give and give until I had nothing left. Zero in my bank account. And I'm saying to myself, what does this prove? Sometimes you have to forego the compassion of the heart and balance it with the prudence and the pragmatism of the logical mind. You have to find that balance, because you can't keep continually listening to your heart if you have a good heart. Many people don't. But if you're like me, you have a beautiful heart. You just want to give and give and give and give and give and give and not even think about it. But that leaves you with nothing, and it leaves you in a very precarious situation, a very tumultuous place, and you don't want to be there. So that which you feel freely to give to others, you must first give to yourself. Like I've said before, you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else. You have to heal yourself. You have to forgive yourself before you could do that for anybody else. You know, like I said in a few other videos, you'd be surprised that the abuse that you is self-induced, you would never tolerate from others, but yet you do it to yourself constantly. You just instantaneously dismiss yourself from the equation without even thinking about it. It's almost as if you've already blinked out of existence of any possible semblance of a chance of you pursuing your dreams and aspirations, like you've just thrown it away. Well, no dream ever dies. They are remaining dormant in your imagination, awaiting the power of your intentions to resuscitate and revive them back to life. It has nothing to do with the law of attraction. The law of attraction is garbage. Garbage. The people that are famous for that, and her name is Abraham, she's a part of a cannibalistic, satanic, Luciferian pedophile cult. Okay? And the other guy named Robbins, he is too. And all of those top people that are the gurus and all of the meditators and all these, motivators, they're all a part of that cult. Absolutely. So they have no place telling you what to do in a positive situation, because they're demonic. And what they do is demonic. But they'll never admit it to you. It's all about the money with these people. It's not about any emotional growth or progress or, any type of receptivity of divine transmissions. It's nothing to do with that. It's how fat could they make their bank accounts? How many digits? It's all about the money from beginning to end and everything in the middle. It's just about the money with them. You don't need anybody to establish a connection between your soul and God, because it is already established. You don't need accoutrement, accessories, gadgets and gizmos, trinkets. You don't need that stuff. You don't need crystals and feathers and sage and incense and all of these things. You don't need that stuff. If you want it, cool. But as I've said before, we are all comprised of the very same source of energy that creates everything. So therefore, whatever those crystals are comprised of, you are comprised of, and I am as well. These are just emotional crutches for people who are mentally paralyzed. You know, and they lean on people because they don't realize you could walk all along, you could run, you could fly if you wanted to, but you've been convinced otherwise. Because they instill this great belief that there's a disconnection between you and God. And that's not the truth. The only thing you can ever disconnect from is your higher self, which is your authentic self, your true self, which is you, your infinite being. Sometimes we get lost in life. We disconnect from things. We retreat. We become introverted, isolated, sheltered, alone. You know? We go on this self-imposed exile, this unnecessary exodus, if you will. You know, for whatever reason. People have a tendency of loving to feel sorry for themselves. This big, gigantic pity party. There's no need for it, man. You have this amazing talent, amazing ability, gifts, intelligence. Utilize it. You know? Failure to utilize your talents and abilities is the greatest tragedy because you are robbing the world of your magic. Again, never allow your pride to block the blessings of God. You're not doing it on your own. You never have, you never will. Source has always been there all along. Doesn't matter what you believe. The truth negates belief. This universe was not created for human beings. We are not made in the likeness of our Creator. Everything is, not just human beings. The earth wasn't created for human beings because if that was the truth, we'd be the oldest species on it. We're not. We're the youngest. You got to get with the program. You got to live in reality. We're not special. We're just another animal that occupies the face of this earth. Just because we have cell phones and satellites in space means we're better than anybody. That's a bunch of nonsense. For whatever time you have on this earth, you know, spend it wisely. Don't exist in fear. Thriving is far more than living. Existence is less than survival. Don't exist. Thrive. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Do whatever talents and abilities you have. Put them to good use. Do something good with them. Utilize them. Implement them. Apply them. The greatest tragedy is not learning a lesson, but failing to apply that lesson to your life. So therefore, the lesson is lost and it will be retaught again by the universe. Because you could sit in a classroom and you could go through 4 years of college, 8 years of medical, 13 years of brain surgery school, get all the highest degrees and diplomas, and then wind up working at 7-Eleven. What was the point? It was just a waste. Same thing here. You know, if you have this burning desire that's gravitating you towards something, you know, whether it's music, art, whatever it is, it's there for a reason. You got to get curious, explore things, try new things. Don't be afraid. See what you're good at, because if you're good at something, that means you're supposed to be doing that thing. That's why God gave you those talents and abilities and gifts. So utilize it. Don't be afraid to do what God put you here to do, and that is to live your dreams and your aspirations, and help as many people as you can. Help as many people as you possibly can reach. Not just people, all of God's creatures. Help all of them as much as you can within reason. Don't give of yourself until you leave nothing for yourself. Don't do that. That's a fool. You know, you have to understand something. You must bury the fool to give birth to the wise. Because from our greatest tragedies arrives our most undeniably fabulous wisdom. From wounds come wisdom. And the same holds true with all of our mistakes we make. You got to learn from them, or else they're not mistakes. Those are patterns of behavior. But anyway, have an amazing day today, and I just wanted to do a little video telling you, just don't be afraid to be yourself. Just get out there and do it. That's why God put you here, man. Go for it.